Okay. One, two, three, four, five. Everybody looking good?
Alrighty, welcome back to the Son of a Boy Dad podcast. Today it is December 16th, and we are here live from HQ3.
Freak yeah. On the way, I was biking in today, and it was disgusting out. It's raining badly, and I pulled up to 23rd Street, and there's just this good-looking black woman, tall, like presenting as a nurse, and she just bent over in half and started projectile vomiting all over the ground. It was truly a sight to behold. I want to ask you guys a question as far as how you would react to that. 3 different options. Say something to her, like how you doing, or what, are you okay? Take out phone and start filming, or just be a regular New Yorker and mind your business.
I would just keep walking.
Mind your business would be
definitely.
your answer. Mind your business.
What did you do?
What's your answer, Francis?
I would have held her hair very gently because it can come off.
It was she had beautiful natural hair, and
okay. Well, then I would definitely have held it.
And then it was I said something to her. I was like, "Are you okay?"
And
I
what'd she say?
checked in on her. She said, "Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just a little bit sick." The amount of throw up that came out of her was fucking insane, and she just soldiered on and had to go on to her.
Was this
her
like
work day.
a? This was like a. This wasn't like a homeless person.
That's why I wanted to make sure that I said that she wasn't like a creature of New York.
Yeah.
She was like a tall, good-looking woman with gainfully employed.
Yeah.
And she's just projectile vomiting into a puddle.
You said she was a nurse.
Nurse
Like
presenting.
had like scrubs on.
Nurse presenting. She had an undertone of nurse.
So there was no evidence that she was a nurse.
She was wearing a white skin-tight dress with thigh-high stockings,
Oh,
little
I
hat,
see.
Stethoscope.
and rubber gloves.
Yeah. Because I thought maybe if she had like scrubs on, like maybe she just saw some fucked up shit
No,
and
it
just like
wasn't.
ran outside
It wasn't
and
full
puked.
scrubs, because I would have excused that if a doctor had just seen something heinous in the ER. Maybe you go outside and puke, but she was just a nurse presenting woman just throwing up, splashing throw up. But I try to be neighborly. I'm trying to give this fucking city a good image.
Buddy, I get it, man. I always wonder about, sometimes occasionally you'll see a woman in New York crying uncontrollably.
Yeah.
And whether are you supposed to say
No.
something to them?
No.
Because that might make you more of a creep.
Yeah, but if you did that in any other city in the country, that woman would marry you, and it would be a great story.
How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, I comforted her, and there you go, off and running.
Yeah,
Here, it's like, what's the matter?
I'm not gonna fuck you.
Yeah.
Keep it moving, you fucking pervert.
Well, I just got demoted from running my Fortune 500 company to,
It would take a lot. It would take a lot for me to reach out to anybody in New York City
Oh, that's surprising.
and offer my support and help.
Like what would be
Closer to my apartment is a little different.
What's your community?
That's that's like home turf.
Yeah, you
If
have to
I
look
see
after your own.
if I see someone outside my apartment that's injured or struggling, obviously I'm gonna offer a
Acts
helping
global,
hand.
think local.
But around 28th Street and up, it's every man for himself. There's no way.
28th Street's where you draw the line?
Yeah. Above 28th Street, if I'm not helping anybody.
I don't think it's that high.
Yeah.
I think it's lower than that.
You
for
think
you.
lower?
Yeah,
Oh, for
you
you,
kidding
for
me?
you.
I think anything outside of the West Village, you're saying, I'm sorry, if clearly you're not a wealthy, ill person.
Do you know Emrata? Do you even follow Emrata?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to, I was thinking, I tried to, I was,
SaaS only helps in gentrified neighborhoods.
I was thinking about it a while ago, because also no, it's not even that.
Bushwick's Batman.
Like, that was the joke that I was making, but in all seriousness, I also just think there's so many people and so many people watching everything that in my head I'm always like, well, someone else is going to do something. when we lived in Hell's Kitchen and someone got jumped outside of our apartment, it was brutal, and we
brutal
watched,
jumping.
we heard and watched from our windows for 20 minutes as it happened, and never once was I like, I'm going to call the cops. Because then naturally, all of a sudden, 700 cop cars rolled up. Like someone else called the cops.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm always kind of under the mindset like someone else is going to get it done.
Unfortunately, I do not abide by that mindset, and it's going to get me killed.
Mm.
No, I think it's good. I think it's good. I think
I'm
it's good
going
for
to be
society.
killed trying to stick my nose into situations that I shouldn't be.
You don't think you'll kill someone?
No, I'm going to get stabbed trying to break up a fight that I should never have tried to do.
Yeah.
That's how I'm going to go. I'm saying mark it right now.
Like stand by me.
Mark it.
Breaking up fights is crazy.
I've done it.
Really?
I did it in Baltimore once. Many
Oh
years
my
ago.
God. That's the worst place to break up a fight.
Yeah, I did that. One time
This guy's never seen The Wire.
on the subway, I did it once.
That's honorable.
What did you do? Because there's this one famous clip of the big burly guy fresh from the gym eating a bag of chips, and there's two people about to fight, and he so calmly just stands between them and continues to eat his chips, and he's just too big for them to get around.
Yeah, I don't
That's
have
the
that.
ideal way to do it. You would have to kind of dive in and put someone in a.
I'd have to change
rear
my
naked.
workouts really for that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm currently kind of going for a lean athletic look, and
Your stack. Well, you'd have to change your stack.
I mean
Really.
that requires bulking, major protein upswing.
Also, I would like it on the record. I'm not saying this is only in New York City. Like if I was in the suburbs or like another city that's not as jam packed and chaotic, and I saw like someone like wrap their car around a tree, I'm not just like walking by. I want to get that. I want
Just
to
like
give.
look up through your phone.
Yeah, I want
no,
Go
you
right back.
just stand
I
and
want to
watch
let that
it
be
for
known.
a
I'm not
while
a fucking
and be like,
psychopath.
someone's gonna go
Yeah,
do something
yeah.
about that.
Someone will figure it out.
I mean, sure, I'm on a stretch of road that there are no houses, no other pedestrians. God probably put me here for a reason. But I'd only make it worse, if I'm
Yeah.
honest. I'd probably just get in the way.
Yeah.
Sass is fishing in Wyoming, and there's one other guy across the creek who fucking falls in and starts drowning to his death. And you're like, someone else will call the cops.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want it on the record. That's not what I would do. I would help. I would offer my help.
Can I give you one that I think you could do that would probably be a nice thing?
Sure.
So whenever I'm getting on the subway or getting off the subway, if there is a mother or an older person with a bag and they have to navigate stairs, I will always offer to help either carry the stroller down
Or the woman.
or their bag. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Come on, Sass. You need to do that.
You need to
you
do that. I've done it before.
Of course he does
You've done
that.
it before.
I've done it. I mean, I bike everywhere, so I haven't been in the bowels for quite some time.
You don't think that this guy does that? This guy probably pioneered that move.
No, that's
Dude,
not
in the
true.
subway,
but I
again,
did it
in the
after
in the
seeing other
subway.
people, and I was like, "Oh, that's a move. I have to do that."
It's a
now.
great move. It makes you look. I'm not going to be
Look,
out here.
I'll give up my seat on the subway for a pregnant lady or man, and I'll do that. But like, and maybe if there's someone super slow walking up the stairs, I'll let them go up the stairs. I won't try and go around them.
I'll just whistle at them a little bit or start
Yeah.
clapping my hands.
Oh, that's noble
Come
of
on.
you not to rush them up the stairs or try
Well,
to knock
sometimes
them
you're
over.
in a rush and you're saying this person's only slowing me down. Like at least maybe we could at least try to get up the stairs. But I'm not like, I think the subway it's every man for himself.
No,
maybe
it's
in
not.
like maybe
It's
in
not.
like Dumbo it's a little
just
different.
not adding time. It's not adding that much time to your day. And it's one flight of stairs. Someone's going to JFK or some shit. They've got a suitcase. Old woman.
Yeah, I don't even
Come
know
on,
if I've
grab
ever
it.
really
Hey,
been
would you
in
like me to take that for
I don't
you?
know if I've ever even been in like I've been on like the Amtrak and I've helped like an older lady get something down from the overhead.
Nope.
or stuff
I want
like
you.
that.
It's stairs. It has to be stairs.
Or put it up in the overhead.
Yeah, I've done that as well.
But I think we've seen your mental math with the Joe Rogan kettlebell. You're probably looking at a bag being like, that could be fucking 55 bags.
No, I've done. Trust me, I've been on planes and trains and automobiles where someone has asked me to pick up their bag, and I've picked it up, and I've been like, this is a lot heavier than I expected it to be, but I power through. I get it done.
I think the big
Hero.
thing here
Job's
is
not finished.
I want you to do these things without them asking you to do it. I want you to
Yeah,
volunteer.
no, I'm not. That's not like again. I will do that on a plane if there's a lady in front of me who has a heavy bag and I notice that she's struggling to get it up. I say, "You want me to help you out?" And they say, "Of course."
That's nice.
But again, on the subway, never in a million years will I be doing that.
I'm going to ask that in this new year that you look to do that more.
No.
Just once or twice.
And I'm saying no.
And film yourself.
No, but I'm not going to film myself because it's never happening.
Film
about-
yourself at distance.
How about this one? blind person trying to cross the street.
Figure it out.
Needs an arm.
Shouldn't live in New York if you're blind. That's
Needs
on
an
you.
arm.
Needs an arm? You have two. Use yours.
You wouldn't do it.
Use yours in your cane.
What is your reason for not wanting to do that?
I got places to
They're
be.
icky. You definitely think blind people are icky.
I don't think blind people are icky, dude. I think I think everyone in New York is icky. I'm not looking to
Blinds are probably the cleanest.
like the subways are nasty. I'm not looking to be on the subways and just be like I'm trying to get on the train too. So what? Are you just like waiting by the stairs the entire time? Being
I get off the
who
train.
needs me? Who needs me right now?
I get off the train.
My services are available. Who needs it?
No, I'm not like waiting for there to be a good deed to be done. But if I see a woman or an old man or something who is about to walk up 15, 20 stairs, because my stop in Dumbo, the subway has stairs. There's no elevator, there's no escalator. And they're taking a big bag up or a cart. Sometimes they have a cart or a baby stroller. I say, let me help you with that. And they're grateful. And I'm not out here to tell you that I'm just some good citizen. It makes me
you get
feel
a high
good.
from it. You get a legitimate
It makes me feel
high.
good. This is not some total act of altruism. It is definitely self-serving to a degree. Maybe it undoes later in the day when I kick a pigeon because I fucking hate pigeons
Yeah.
and I punt them
A squab.
and it all nets out to even.
I think we're just gonna have to agree to disagree on this one.
But I agree with Francis's point that you should at least try it because it's like taking Molly.
It's good.
Look, I've done I do nice things. Like I give homeless people most of my money. Most of my money goes to the homeless. But I'm not, and I donate
I
to
don't
charity
think that's
all the time.
right way to do it.
I'm not on the subways
Carrying
touching
a bag
hands
is
with the
going
homeless.
to do more good for the world than handing a homeless guy.
I got my fucking earbuds in. I'm locked in. Hey, look, if you have a fucking 900-pound bag, maybe you shouldn't have taken the subway.
Some people can't afford to take Ubers.
Walk.
Oh, yeah?
To the old lady.
To JFK with a roller bag.
You were the one that was saying it'd only take you 30 minutes to get to JFK.
Not for the invalids.
I
He's
said
not,
to bike.
and it's him.
Strap the suitcase to the bike.
They don't have city bike passes.
It's way more expensive. If
I've
you
also
don't have the pass.
I take the local one. I'm never in a scenario where there's people with massive luggage being flying around from
I've seen people with
14th to Christopher Street.
I've seen mothers and get on, I've seen nannies get on the one with a
Yes.
stroller.
Nannies.
Well, a nanny should be able to serve for themselves,
They're serving for the baby. They got to serve for the baby. What do you think the standard rate is?
If you're a nanny in New York City, you should be able to lift the baby up the staircase. I mean,
But
that's
it's
your
the
job.
stroller. The stroller's the tricky
It's
thing
bulky.
to navigate.
You fool.
You need two people to carry a stroller up and down, or a strong guy.
How many times realistically do you think you've done this?
I'm not lying. In the 12 years I've lived in New York, probably 25 times.
Okay, so twice a year.
Well, yeah, but if I saw it more, I would do it more. Maybe more than that.
So we're on a twice a year. You help
Were
someone?
you the one who saw me helping the blind guy across the
Yes.
street when no one else was around?
Yes, he did it. He did it a lot. It was across
I'm
This
not
is
making this up.
ridiculous.
coming
This
out
is-
of the subway at 6th Street
Yep.
or 6th Ave on 23rd.
And how many times have you done this?
Probably closer to 6, 7, or 8.
8 times. And how long have you lived in New York?
No, 10 years.
10 years. So you're averaging less than one a year.
Well, I take city bikes.
You know what the real benefit
So
of
see,
it
I
is?
probably have done this many times, and I probably just don't even
No way.
remember
There
doing
is
it.
no chance that you
I've
have
definitely
ever done this.
helped someone move a
That's
move
like I
a
might
stroller.
have done ayahuasca once.
No, that's not even close to the same comparison.
You know you did.
I don't
it.
have a fucking tally chart of every time I do a nice thing for somebody.
You are
And I go,
fucking.
jot that
This
down.
is the
I just
most
met my-
pathetic
I just met-
retreat from
I
your
just-
stance
I just
I've
met
ever
my
seen.
quota twice
Now you're
a year.
trying to
Now I
shame
can be
me
a
for-
dick for the rest of the year.
This is such a flip. This
No,
is
it's
such a
not.
flip from you. Yes, it is. You just had a very firm reason for why you would never do it.
I have a
Headphones
firm-
in, mind your own business. You shouldn't have children if you live in New York City.
Well, obviously, I'm exaggerating to an extent, but like I said, 28th and up, there will be no help. 28th and below, yeah, maybe you'll get a helping hand here and there.
Mm-hmm.
in the financial district.
No,
Right. That's below
28th to Christopher.
Do you know why? Do you know why I would tell you to do this?
Why?
By the way, it's twofold. One, it'll make you feel good.
Nope.
It will. I
It
know
won't.
it will. And then 2, other people will see you do it, and it does inspire them to just like be a little bit better.
Because New York dudes are so competitive. They come to New York being like, I'm the fucking best, fucking tallest, strongest, fastest guy. And they see someone else being nice, and they're like, I now need to be the nicest guy. I need to put down the book I was reading on the subway for everyone to see me and start picking up somebody's stroller.
It's just the type of thing that if you there's a group of people that see that, each person in that group is affected. Maybe their view of New York is that maybe this place isn't so cutthroat. Maybe it's not so mean. Maybe we do have a sense of community here. And maybe I should, the next time someone dings my car and a fender bender or is pulling out of a parking spot, instead of fucking litigating and screaming in their face and making a scene, I'm going to say, you know what? Mistakes happen. Let's be graceful
this is
about
now.
this.
I think you're setting people up for trouble. Because now you're
Well,
giving
he
people,
already said he's gonna die
you're
in a
giving people a
fucking-
false hope.
Well,
that
I'm not telling anyone
everyone
to do
in
the
New
stuff
York
I
is
do. I
friendly.
said I do dumb shit. I try to break up fights when I see them, and that's going to get me killed. I
Yeah.
block shoulder traffic. That's going to get me killed.
Yeah,
I
don't
I'm
want
obsessed with this shit.
I don't want to help too many people in the city because then people are going to start getting this idea that everyone in the city is a great person.
Yeah, they're going to be lulled into a false sense of security, and that's how
Yes.
you end up with a woman thinking that you're carrying her stroller down the stairs and then down into a dark alley, and she ends up getting dismembered.
Yep.
You're lulling them into a sense of security.
Yeah.
You're actually setting yourself up to snatch a...
Exactly. You're the problem.
Oh yeah, all guys are helpful, and then that's when fucking Francis strikes.
Did you see what about the story of the guy who put the homeless guy in the chokehold and killed him,
Daniel Penny?
who was just acquitted?
Yeah. Released.
What do you think of that story?
Unfortunately, I do not have many hot takes on that one.
Really?
Well,
After
I
that
mean, you
Burger
could-
King fucking video, I thought that you would have guffawed your way home.
No,
You
I
would've
don't.
laughed
I don't
yourself
really
to
know
sleep.
what happened. It was like that dude, the homeless guy, did something.
He was threatening people. Well, he was scaring people and saying, "I don't care if I live or die," being very erratic, getting in people's faces. And this guy, who was a former Marine, came up, put him in a chokehold, and killed him.
Yeah, see, that seems a little much.
Well, the argument that they had, that the defense had, was that he thought that if he let him up, he would continue to act in a threatening way. And so it's hard for him to know that he had gone too far with it.
Yeah, it sounds like it's like if you don't live in New York and you come here and then you're the first person. It's like every time, like I remember a couple of years ago when I had friends from high school that were interning here, and every like interaction they had with like a homeless person, they would like tell me about it like it was this like crazy thing that happened. And I was like, no, that's not. That just happens every day.
Yeah.
So it's like maybe if it's your first time in New York and you see a homeless person on the train being like, get the fuck away from me, I'll fucking kill you.
Was it his first time?
I don't know, but it sounds like it. Because like I remember I've had a homeless dude tell me he was going to stab me to death. I didn't kill him. I just walked away.
But could you have? If you could have killed him, would you have?
No, I would not have killed him.
Because you don't know. Because you can't. You're not a natural.
It just
killer.
feels a little dramatic. Like, was that homeless guy gonna kill anybody on the train? Probably not.
No, but I don't know. For me, I like people who take action. I like people who preserve order, who like protect.
But
other
like that's
people.
like that's kind of like an unnecessary.
Yeah, in hindsight, obviously, he went a little far.
Too
I
much
guess,
justice.
but like his decision in that moment. I mean, who knows what was going on and why he felt that was the necessary thing. But for me, like as someone who lives in New York and has been terrified of that and seen other people be terrified of it, I applaud the guy.
What I blame the Marines because that's exactly how Kate used to act in fucking New York.
Yeah.
I'd see Kate on the subway fucking steel toe booting a homeless guy in his exposed dick.
Yeah.
Saying, put that away, there's fucking kids on here, and then spitting on him.
Yeah, I guess I just mind my business. I stay in my lane.
Not Kate.
Not Kate.
Kate would fucking do that coffee grinder move where you sweep your leg around and fucking take out an entire row of breakdancers.
Breakdance fighting, yeah.
She would take their asses out bad. She was a fucking vicious New Yorker. Thank God. The city's gone to shit without Kate.
We're missing her great example.
Yeah.
I guess then
The homeless people cheered when Kate moved to Chicago. They're like, thank God we can fucking breathe now.
One time I thought I saw a dude stealing packages, and I tailed him for a little bit.
Yeah.
Was it from your house?
Turned out he was an Amazon delivery driver.
Well, they don't have to wear the uniforms like the UPS brothers.
I know. They literally just show up in like regular clothes.
Mm.
And I was like, that guy looks like he's stealing packages. He had a shiesty on.
What stops them from stealing packages? Is it just that Amazon is a brutal place to work for and they'll fire them if they don't have the exact right count every single time?
Remember they were all talking about, there was that story of how they were all having to piss in Gatorade bottles because
Yeah.
they couldn't get time off to go to the bathroom.
Classic.
One of my best
sketch.
friends is working for Amazon right now. He's
Oh?
a delivery. No.
Stevens?
Stevens?
Peters?
No.
Around the holidays, they boost the rates.
Yeah, he said it's actually pretty good. He gets paid a lot. He
Sean
said-
Gardini?
No. He gets
I
paid.
mean, clearly this isn't one of your best friends.
It is my friend Nate.
Would he be
And
in your-
gets paid.
In your wedding?
Yes.
Would he be on your
100%.
Mount Rushmore of friends?
100%.
How come we don't know him?
You like never talk about it.
Every time I talk about him, you guys say I never talk about him.
That's not true.
It's literally the last time I brought him up. You said
You
He's
heard
brought
of
him
Snake
up.
Guy?
I think he's brought him up once before, and I thought that it was like during one of your depressive episodes. So you were having like a buddy. Like I thought it was like a ghost
An
friend,
imaginary
Yeah,
friend.
an imaginary guy.
Yeah.
Oh, Nate. Oh, yeah, Nate. Wow, you never talked about him. Is he nice?
he's delivering for Amazon right now, and he said getting the job was insanely easy. He said you literally just like email them and say I want a job, and they said come here tomorrow, and you're delivering.
No drug test?
No, definitely no drug
Can
test.
you imagine if Sass
They did have a
invented
Thanksgiving
an
dinner.
imaginary friend named Nate who worked for Amazon? Just like,
No, Nate's in town for the holidays. He's delivering packages.
he says it's easy, which, makes me think that if this comedy thing doesn't work out, I can go work
I
for
could do- it's
Amazon
just for
anytime
the
I want.
holidays because they pay so much. Nate says it's just fine.
They
I like
said
peeing in bottles. I pee in bottles already.
He said that they had a Thanksgiving dinner. Seriously, he said that they had like a break and they got.
I'm
they
hearing
got-
all this through the filter that this guy isn't real now,
Yeah,
and
it's
it's
way
making it
funnier.
very funny to me.
I mean, I play video games with him for like 8 hours.
And
a
everybody
day.
had a big plate of food. It was so nice. All the Amazon workers ate for days and days.
Very funny. I mean, dude, you literally have all of your friends have the same name. Like, I'm convinced you have one friend. Like, it's pretty easy to lie about how many friends you have when they all have the same name coincidentally.
Do me. Tell me about my friends.
I don't know any of your friends.
Yeah, I don't have any. But at least I don't pretend about them.
Yeah.
It could be worse.
Me having one friend would be so fucking funny. Yeah, my friend Mike.
Mike.
I'm just obsessed with him. He doesn't even like know me or like me. Yeah, my friend Mike said he has a wedding. And at the end of the movie, it's just like, yeah, he stood outside the wedding, fogging up the glass, staring through the window the entire time. Oh my God.
Drinking a little decaf this morning.
You did?
That's what I'm drinking right now.
Is that your only cup today?
Yeah.
Why did you go to decaf?
Oh, I don't really drink caffeine anymore.
And your anxiety's way better?
It's not way better, but it's definitely better.
Let's go.
Wow. No energy drinks?
No, and I'm really surprised. I'll have like a Diet Coke here and there, but even like I've cut way back on the DCs, and I haven't had a Red Bull or a real coffee in probably over a month now.
That's impressive. I once tried to go cold turkey on caffeine, and
That's why you need to mix in a DC.
it was so bad how much it fucking sucked.
Yeah.
Really?
I had just pervasive headache and lethargy for days until I quitting and went back on coffee and immediately was fine.
Yeah, I was surprised by how little like withdrawals I had. Like I thought I was gonna get I had like a headache for like the first couple of days, but it was like as soon as I had a Diet Coke, it went away immediately.
Yeah. I love caffeine. I'm pretty in check with it. I love my coffee routine.
Yeah, that's the thing though, is that it's like I think I liked the coffee routine more than I liked coffee.
Well, then you can do it with decaf. It's
Yeah.
nice.
What's the coffee routine? Break it down because I know that it has bells and whistles.
Oh,
on
I
it.
got some bells, whistles,
Yeah, you definitely have that shit where you're like spraying
symbols.
the mist on the powder.
Let's just put it this way. The scale that I used to use to weigh out Coke when I was selling, I now use to weigh out the perfect
Yeah.
Weighing the beans.
grams.
You ever see those videos of the dudes making like the espresso and they're fucking they have this like whole setup
Yeah.
Where it's like, dude, that looks like that takes 45 minutes, and then you end up with like this much coffee.
Yeah. I'm a little less let's call it analog about it. I'm a little less like record player guy of coffee. I have a machine that does make really nice espresso.
What do you have?
An espresso?
The Breville Touch.
Oh, God.
I'm not familiar.
And by the way, shout out the fan who works for, and I'm not going to say the company, who reached out and got me the friends and family employee discount.
For the Breville Touch.
That I bought the Breville Touch
How much
with.
counter space does it take up?
Not that much, and it looks really sleek. It's sexy.
That's what I love about my Keurig. I have the Slim.
That's nice.
It is nice.
I don't have any issue with that.
You tuck it away in the corner. All
It's
you gotta
great.
do is you pour 1 cup of water in. Good to go.
That's really good.
I use it more for tea now.
I'm an espresso drinker. I don't like drip coffee. I like espresso drinks. I
Mhm.
drink an iced oat milk latte with an extra shot of espresso every single morning. And if I don't have it, I get fucking furious. Which is why it's hard for me to travel or to do work events, especially in places where I don't trust that there's going to be a decent coffee shop.
What
Yeah.
towns? Like, is that like...
It's usually places in the Midwest, I would say,
Right.
in general, that don't have...
Des Moines not blessing you with the fucking...
No, Indianapolis actually doesn't even... I don't even know if they have espresso.
They might not have
anywhere.
heard... they might not have caught wind.
No.
I disagree with that. Indianapolis is pretty
Metropolitan?
yeah.
You think so?
Well, they have Starbucks, but I don't like Starbucks.
Who doesn't like Starbucks?
Me.
Starbucks is great.
Shoot McAfee a text and see if Indianapolis has heard of
Yeah.
espresso yet.
He'll be like, "Oh, you mean what they have? It's the fancy stuff at Starbucks,"
Yeah.
and I don't like it. I don't like the Starbucks.
I don't think Pat McAfee would say that.
I think a couple
As in
years
the
from now,
fancy stuff. It's the guy's worth like $500 million.
He's blue
Probably
collar
has
though.
a Starbucks in his apartment.
Yeah, but he's blue apartment.
yes. And if he were old money, he would have a one-off, individualized, like startup coffee shop in his home.
That
That
would
has-
be amazing.
You know, books, backgammon table, stuff
Oof.
like that.
Yeah.
That's what you would do.
Yeah, I just like to I like to like make a cup of coffee in the morning, or I would like to like wake up, walk over to the coffee shop, chop it up with the fellas there, and then like come back to my apartment. Usually I would like come back to my apartment, throw on some Wildfly Productions fishing videos, and then I would watch those, drink my coffee, and then
Oh
I would
my
get to
God.
work.
I have something for you.
Do tell.
Have you heard about the proliferation of these social clubs in New York City? So it started all with Soho House, but it's since expanded to things like
Chippery or whatever.
Casa Cipriani, Zero Bond. Now there's a Chez Margot that just opened.
No,
San
I've only
Vicente
heard of Soho
Bungalow
House.
Club, which is we're in LA now. They're opening one in the old Jane Hotel.
Oh, the Jane Hotel. Didn't we have our company party there?
You did. So listen,
Great establishment.
there's a new one, and I'm not making this up. It's called the Fly Fishing Club.
I've been there.
You have?
Yeah, I went when it was like the second week it opened.
Was it cool?
It was pretty cool.
We have to get you to join this place.
Well, is it actually people that fly fish, or is it just like rich people who like
And
like
I
LLB?
don't know much about it.
It started off as a Gary V venture where you bought an NFT and got like a lifetime membership.
Yeah, this doesn't really seem like the fly fishing community.
No, but they've pivoted.
They pivoted. They did a hard pivot
Hard pivot.
at the, I guess, waning of NFT popularity. And now it's just like a fucking sick, like social club type of deal. A buddy took me a couple weeks ago and we were sitting next to the girl from Vanderpump Rules.
Okay.
One of the women from Vanderpump Rules. So that's kind of your crowd.
The one that made that guy cheat on her?
No, one of the other ones. The one who had a threesome with John Mayer.
Okay.
Sheena.
I don't know her.
Close
Or maybe it
friend of the
wasn't a
podcast.
threesome. I don't know. Huh?
I said friend of the pod,
Yeah, friend of the pod.
John Mayer,
Friend of
Yes.
the pod.
and the girl that he had a threesome with, I guess, right?
I guess she's like kind of a Kevin Bacon
Yeah.
extension of
Friend of the pod is a friend of ours.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's the transitive property.
I think I might go fishing this weekend.
Do they have rods and things in there?
It was you wouldn't have known there was any fly fishing.
Okay,
going
so
on.
it's maybe a tongue-in-cheek thing that is somehow there's no actual fishing paraphernalia or theme.
I have to look this up to make sure it was the same place. But
I
I'm
think
pretty
it's on Houston Street.
yeah, like right under Second. Or
I don't
something
know.
Like
I've
that.
never been.
It's like if you're going up Christie and you take that right
Yeah.
when you're
I
biking
now
in.
remember you telling me about it we were biking home. But I just heard about it again this weekend and I thought we need to get you to join.
Fly Fish Club, yeah. It was nice.
Okay.
Really nice cocktails. I went with my friend Sean.
I could see Sass showing up with waders on and a fucking bucket. And everyone else is dressed to the nines. And he's like, wait, what?
And the cast of Southern Charm is there. And the fucking record stops. And they all stare at you.
They do have actual like real fly fishing clubs in New York. And it's like just so like people can like carpool on the weekends and like go up to like the Catskills and shit.
What if you confused it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, they'll like people will get together and there'll be like a shuttle that takes you out to some river. Pretty cool.
Kind of would be sweet. You could organize it. Did you see that they now have like $9 rides to JFK or something like that? I get targeted ads for them all the time. $9 Ubers to JFK, but you have to meet at Moynihan Train Hall or some shit like that, and take a $9 van with a bunch of people. Not for me.
No.
Not
Kind of for me, to be honest.
You're gonna start doing it?
No, because I never fly to JFK. But like, dude, the Uber to JFK is like $150.
It's nuts. Yeah, but I don't do that either.
Because
I
you
take
guys
the
are
A
also
train.
closer to JFK than I am.
Well, also, how am I supposed to get my fix of helping women bring their bags down?
Yeah.
He stops at every stop on the A train.
It is truly the train to JFK where you get the most acts of good deeds.
It is also the only train that actually goes to like you transfer at Jamaica, right? And then you take the
you go to Howard Beach straight. There's two A trains that run on the same line, but one goes to Howard Beach and one goes to.
But there's the actual air train that like at
Howard
at the
Beach
train station.
you can go to Jamaica on the Long Island Railroad, which is a good way for you to do it from Penn Station. Go to Jamaica very quick, and then you get on the air train there.
That's what I did.
That's a good way to do it.
Yeah,
that's not expensive. That's like $18.
Yeah, and
it's quick.
20 minutes.
It's not far. It's not bad at all.
Yeah,
I've just been flying in my drone to get there. I feel like it's the easiest, quickest way.
Can we talk about this? What the fuck? Does anyone have any? Have I missed the resolution to this story?
I watched some video about it yesterday where I guess some dude has some theory that the drones are searching for like nuclear materials.
Okay, that doesn't seem justifiable to me. Where are they coming from? Why hasn't the government done something?
Because I think they are the government.
Oh,
yeah,
and they're just not telling us.
Yeah,
it's the government searching for a nuke that someone else brought into the United States.
That's what they're saying?
That's what I mean. It's
some
just
random
it's
dude.
A guy. It's a guy.
Dude. It was Joe Rogan reposted it saying this is the first video that has me actually concerned about this. And it was like there's some dude that he works with drones. Like he works for a company or owns a company that like builds drones for the military. And he said that the only reason that drones would be flying at night, he kept on saying, is to smell something. I guess they can pick up scent, or was he speaking?
They have dogs riding in the drones.
It was something weird. I don't know. Something with like there was some sort of when they shut down the nuclear program, and like I guess there was like some nuclear parts or some shit that went missing, and then I don't know. I mean I could not have done a worse job of explaining this, and I really don't know what I'm talking about, so I'm just gonna skip out on this one. Something with nukes. I guess there's nukes in New Jersey.
How often do you two, living in New York City, worry that we live in the number one place that
a nuke would be dropped?
A terrorist would want to attack.
Look, if I lived above 28th, I'd be a little more worried. But since I live below 28th, I'm not sweating it too much.
I mean,
you think that they're gonna?
What are you talking about? They would attack below 28th. You think they go to Times Square?
Yeah.
Empire State they already Building. Did it once, and they took out the World Trade Centers, which are in
they're not going to do it
Tribeca,
again.
Fidei. Huh?
They're not going to go for the One World Trade.
The Freedom Tower?
Yeah, One World Trade.
I mean, I feel like that would be a very symbolic thing to do.
If it was me, I would definitely go Empire State Building.
Because of O'Day.
Yeah, because of O'Day, and also just because, like, why not, right? That's like when you think of New York. When people in other countries think of New York, think Empire State Building. They're not thinking.
No. You're mistaken, my friend.
No, you're mistaken. Are you crazy?
Do you think Empire State Building is the marquee building of New York, especially considering 9/11?
Yeah.
No, my friend.
Dude, the Empire State Building is the
The
most
s-
famous building in New York City.
The symbolism of New York
I don't
runs
agree with
through
that.
the World Trade Centers.
Yeah, and I would also say that you could argue like Madison Square Garden's more famous than Empire State Building.
Oh, you guys have lost your minds.
Yeah, O'Day is paying you.
Dude, the Empire State Building is like the building in New York now that the Twin Towers have been destroyed.
Destroyed is crazy.
What would you rather of me have said?
Yeah, but then they were built
Demolished?
again.
Demolished. Bin Laden's out there with a fucking T-bar. Okay. Presses it down.
Dude, the Empire State Building, like, that's like New York City. Like when my parents were here last week, my mom was like, oh my God, the Empire State Building. She didn't even know what the World Trade Center was. She was like, is it the one she thought it could have been any building.
I mean, I would say that Statue of Liberty I would put up there.
Yeah. But also, you're not going to get as much bang for your buck on that.
Oh boy.
But so you think that's going to be biggest bang for your buck?
Yes.
I think it's like
Look, I'm not saying I'm going to go through with a terrorist attack here. I'm just saying I'm not as worried. I would be more worried if I lived closer to the Empire State Building.
Do you ever see the clip of Vince Carter jumping over that 7-foot French dude?
Yes,
He dunks over him.
I have.
So it's like if Vince Carter in that same game dunked over a 7-foot French dude again, I think it'd be way crazier than like if he dunked twice over the same 7-foot French dude. I think it would be more impactful.
I have a better analogy. Do you remember 9/11?
Yeah.
Do you know how they took out the World Trade Centers and then we rebuilt in memory and built a monument to it, and it was this really symbolic thing of like, you can't beat us, and we called it the Freedom Tower? If they took that out, that'd be really tough.
That would be really tough, and it would kind of be like what do you even do at that point? Build another one?
You build it again.
I think at that point you got to be like, we're just gonna make this like an office in like fucking upstate or some shit. Clearly, people really want this gone, so we're just gonna move it somewhere a little more disclosed.
No, but then they win. You can't let them win.
But I mean, if it happens again, I think they win. Like, yeah, you guys won. We're not building
That's
this
a really
shit again.
pro-American attitude.
Look, I'm just
letting
thinking
them win.
realistically.
You think that the World Trade Center would be just in Ithaca, just like a super tall building with nothing
No,
around
I think it would
it?
be like they'd probably like use like an old fucking warehouse or some shit.
And just build something low,
Something
like
really
low
low and
profile,
flat. Yeah.
unhittable.
Yeah.
Something unhittable. Yeah, I mean, the terrorists.
I
would
mean,
come
if
for
it went
that
down,
then.
if it went down again, there's no. What are you going to build? This is okay, but this time it's the real Freedom Tower.
I don't know. I don't have an answer for that. I don't know, but I would think that they would rebuild it because it's you have to.
I think you don't.
As a symbol of resilience and the indomitable American spirit, and
You're advocating for America to take their L and go home.
Yeah,
that's right.
at that
That's what
point-
he's saying.
At that point, yes, I am.
To take your L is crazy to America.
Yeah,
America.
well, different question.
like make it somewhere secret. Like make it like put it in like Des Moines.
the whole
Put a
point of the
secret world
Freedom Tower is to have it be this visible thing.
Yeah, but it seems like at this point it's almost a little too visible.
Well, that was the whole point. They build it even taller.
Yeah, but then if they hit it again, then it's like, okay, maybe it was a little too
So
tall.
you're saying
Maybe
put
that
it
was a
somewhere
mistake.
where they can't even find it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Lie it flat.
Yeah,
Yes, flat.
underground.
Lie
Yeah.
it flat. Make it a Amazon
Use
warehouse
the tunnels.
center
use
that
the,
Nate can
use the
come
Jewish
in and out of.
tunnels and build it down there
Yeah,
underground.
and just Indiana Jones, like
Yeah.
2,000 years from now, it's
If-
like I got to find the World Trade Center.
Yeah.
The hidden myth of the World Trade Center.
Sass, if they took out the Empire State Building, would you have us rebuild the Empire State Building?
It's kind of soft that it's just a state building. It's
Well,
more
the
like
Empire
an
State
attack on the
Building
state.
Already did have a plane fly into it. Unless you guys didn't know that. You thought 9/11 was the first time a plane hit a tower in New York?
Of course not.
A plane hit the Empire State Building and they rebuilt it.
But they didn't.
But
knock over.
it didn't fall
Yeah.
like the Twin Towers did.
Yes, exactly. Fucking exactly.
You didn't know that, did you? And you're pissed you didn't know it.
No, I didn't
No,
know
it's
it.
in the Godzilla movie.
No.
That's what that movie's about. Have you ever seen Godzilla?
Mm-mm.
Godzilla climbs to the top of the building. There's planes flying around it.
Well, I think that the planes are trying to shoot down Godzilla.
Right, exactly. That's what was happening in that story you're talking about.
It was a really long
Unless you
time
didn't
ago.
know that. Because you could look it up. Why were there planes around Godzilla?
I am curious about your answer to that question. I think that's an interesting one. Would you have us rebuild the Empire State Building? Call it something different, build it as much in the likeness, similar to what the French just did with Notre Dame.
It's like...
Yeah, it was in 1945. A
What?
B-25 bomber flew straight into the Empire State Building.
Intentionally?
No, fog.
Hmm.
Missed it. Or didn't miss it.
This story, I mean,
You have a dark streak right now.
Why?
I don't know.
I'm with you.
Just loving on the idea of
Rooting for
world
the
trades.
terrorists.
Yeah.
You're
What the
rooting for
fuck
the
are you guys
terrorists.
talking about?
You're talking about which targets would be the best bang for their buck.
You said, are you worried about living in New York City due to that we are the #1 target?
You have it in your mind that we could take an L to the terrorists, that they could win.
I'm not. I don't have it in my mind. I'm thinking realistically.
And we're
if
saying
it
fight
were-
to the...
I'm saying
To the bitter end.
If it were to happen again, I think you gotta draw, like, that's a lot of people that are dying. Like, at a certain point, we got to be like, okay, maybe it's just not the best idea to have this year.
You're saying maybe like an empty building?
No, I'm saying maybe
A
let's
decoy.
A decoy.
No.
You would have them build a decoy.
No,
Freedom
like maybe
Tower.
move it to another, like move it to Denver.
We'll
Have
put
some,
it inside the Washington Monument.
move it somewhere like more Central America that it's going to take a little hard, like somewhere that
Honduras.
it'll be a little harder for the planes to,
Yeah. Put it in Central America.
like, because
I
if
hear
the
you.
planes were hijacked in Boston and they had to go all the way to Denver, they would have gotten shot down before they got to Denver.
You think the Northeast corridor is too densely populated with the good shit,
Yes.
and you need to put some of the good shit
Yeah.
in South Dakota.
Yeah, I mean, dude, that's like real America. The West, like, throw it out there.
You're saying New York's not real America?
No, it is, but it's like throw the World Trade Center in fucking
It's a bit
Buffalo,
Amsterdam.
Wyoming, or some
Do you
shit.
understand why it has to be in New York?
Yeah,
For Wall Street?
for Wall Street.
Doesn't the World Trade Center had to be here? Well, because I don't know. I actually don't know the answer to that. I don't know why.
I mean, from the name of it, it sounds like all the trade in the world is happening.
Yeah, right. That's kind of it, right? Like, isn't this the epicenter of trade in America and industry, business?
So you want to move Wall Street and all the hardworking brothers down on Wall Street out to fucking Wyoming. You want to outsource New York's fucking jobs
I'm just saying.
because you're scared of the
And
terrorists.
I'm not saying right now, I'm saying, look, I love the Freedom Tower. And I
Doesn't
love the
sound like
Statue
it.
of Liberty.
You wouldn't even
And I
have to
love the
say
Empire
that.
State Building.
You never heard me say that. Trying to convince people that I love the Freedom Tower.
I'm just saying,
know.
if history were to repeat itself, like maybe at a certain point, like, guys, we got to come up with a better plan here rather than just building the target back up again.
People say that.
People are going to be like, hey, I don't want to work in that fucking building. It's gone down twice.
Right.
The World Trade Center is about, trade for the entire world. Obviously, the Empire State Building is a testament to the Empire State.
That
So
has
it's
to
like
be
if
here.
you attack that, then you're attacking New York, not the United States as a whole. The Chrysler Building, though, is just a monument to corporate greed.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we could all get behind the Chrysler Building.
I don't know.
You don't like that?
Look,
Not-
now
not-
it seems like you guys are just trying to plan a terrorist attack, so I'm kind of falling back now.
We're trying to fucking yes and your terrorist attack.
You drew them a
ideations.
map
No.
and admitted preemptive defeat.
I was on the side of like terrorist defense. Like I was like defending against terrorism. I'm trying to think of a better plan.
No, you're giving them the playbook, being like, "This is how you could make us quit fighting you."
Yeah. You waved the white flag. But here's my question. They say that after 9/11, everybody came together and was a lot nicer to each other. How many 9/11s would have to happen for you to carry a suitcase for an old woman up the stairs of the subway? For your civic radar to tune.
Dude, to be fully honest, like if 9/11 happened while I was living here, I'm gone.
What do you mean?
Like I'm not staying in New York.
Oh, for that day, you mean, or just forever?
No, I'm out.
Because you're scared.
Yeah, no, I'd just be like, this isn't worth it. This sucks. I'm like, we'll move to
It did
Jersey.
suck.
You're pretty close to that right now.
I'll move to Hoboken.
You just moved to Jersey City?
Yeah.
So still like within the blast radius.
Yeah, but not like direct.
You're saying no one's attacking Jersey City.
Yeah.
No one's attacking West New York.
No.
I mean, I guess I thought that you were saying you would go to Oklahoma and just
Maybe I'll
live in
go to
your
like
aunt's
New
house.
Brunswick. Good comedy
Newark,
scene.
Yeah. Go down to Rutgers.
Yeah.
I mean, they have shows
Good
every
football.
week. Yeah, good football, good basketball, really good basketball
Good,
this year
great basketball.
at RU.
Hmm.
They started that restaurant, Are You Hungry? Did you guys ever have that in college?
No.
Are You Hungry? It was a big thing at Penn State. They had it at other colleges, Rutgers, obviously. But
I
they
didn't go to
sandwiches.
college.
Yeah, you were a liar. You did go for a touch, and you could have had one of these sandwiches. It was called a fat bitch. You know those sandwiches?
I do.
Tyler knows what the fuck I'm talking about. Where it's like
We are.
5 mozzarella sticks in a
We are.
cheesesteak with chicken fingers
Yeah.
and fries on top of it. Just weaponized gluttony. I don't know if that would be something you'd be into.
Sounds like something I would not be into.
Not you, obviously. Your shits would be generational after
Dude,
that.
I've been ripping those supplements. They've been working wonders.
Are you serious?
I don't know.
You don't know if you're serious or
I don't know if
you're-
they're doing anything, but I feel good.
Yeah.
And I take them and I'm like, I feel I'm getting healthier.
You're
as I'm
not going to
taking
feel
them.
high. You're going to feel less bad things.
Yeah.
And maybe some better poopies. And
Some of
stuff.
that can be the gazebo effect, but
Yeah.
I would think that for you, it actually probably is helping.
Yeah,
Do you know about the gazebo effect?
I do.
You're thinking of the Toledo effect.
That's where he wants to build the new Freedom Tower.
Very good.
Alrighty, let's talk about game time. Game time is focused on togetherness this holiday season. When you bring people together at live events, the experience is that much better. You know how much we love Game Time? Now with their brand new Game Time Picks feature, they're making it even easier to get to a game. Game Time Picks filters out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats. So you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. I was just looking at tickets for...
Andrea Bocelli, who is blind, and I would happily help him across the street.
Great. And I saw an amazing Game Time Picks deal for...
I didn't know he was blind until like so long until when I started liking his music.
Just
And
pull up your chosen event and
I
turn
made me
on...
feel good about myself. I was like proud of myself that I liked him before I knew he was blind.
That is good.
Yeah, me too. Just pull up your chosen event and turn on the Game Time Picks settings on the top of the screen, or browse the best local Game Time Picks deals near you or on your Game Time app homepage. What are you waiting for? I'm gonna go buy those
G-Eazy tickets. I'm about to go see him in Europe.
G-Eazy tickets now with Game Time Picks. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code BOYDAD for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create and redeem code BOYDAD for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. What time is it? It's game time.
You can't tell me nada. You know he's going on tour in Europe?
Who?
G-Eazy.
Oh.
Okay, guys, let's take a second and talk about BetterHelp.
BetterHelp.
Son of a Boy Dad is sponsored by BetterHelp.
That's right. Son of a Boy Dad is sponsored by BetterHelp. How do you stay cozy during the winter months? Can I ask that of you guys?
I usually eat much spicier food.
It warms you from the inside.
That's right.
Kind of gets the motor running.
Yep.
As it were. For me, wrapping up in a blanket with a mug of hot chocolate or watching a movie with family is the best way to spend the month of December. Therapy is a great way to bring yourself some comfort that never goes away, even when the season changes. Is that ad copy for us, do you think?
Certainly feels like it. I mean, I'm glad Sass isn't reading it because the name of the company is BetterHelp, which is not what he does whenever he sees someone who needs it.
Right, exactly. They actually will help you like therapy. And it does give me that kind of cozy feeling.
Yeah.
You know, it definitely does. I mean, I've used BetterHelp personally. I can tell you that better than I could spin a yarn about some sentence I'm reading. I call them up, and I just do it right over the phone. And that's your option. You could do it face-to-face. You could do it in video. You could do it over the phone, just talking to somebody. You can even do it in text. It's really that simple
I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I'm actually doing a lot better
with help.
just with my mental health. And I got a haircut, and I've kind of shed a lot of my demons. And I really credit BetterHelp with that.
Oh, yeah. You can find comfort this December with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/sun today to get 10% off your first month. That's betterhelp.com/sun. Hey, boys, let me ask you something.
Fucked.
How much data do you use?
A fuck ton.
And what's your cell phone bill looking like every
A
month?
fuck ton.
Big fucking number. Fucked.
Big fucking number.
Fucked.
Yes.
Fucked.
You've nailed that line. Let's be real. You probably are getting ripped off by your current mobile phone carrier. But here's the good news. Switching to Mobile X will get you
unfucked.
Yes.
And that's what I need.
Seriously. You
'Cause I'm
boys
fucked.
you're picking it up right now.
And I'm trying to get unfucked, which is why I'm switching to Mobile X.
It's the newest kind of mobile phone carrier that will save you a ton of cash on your phone bill. Simply download the app and take control of how much you pay. People are paying mobile data that they don't use. They're paying for this data that they're not using. And Mobile X will only make you pay for what you use and never what you don't. It is truly the truth. Go check out mymobilex.com or download the Mobile X app from the App Store or Google Play today. All right, let's get back to Son of a Boy Dad podcast. Very good. Got his
Riffin'.
ass. You have to try. You have to keep at them. But I feel like you do look better. You sound sharper. You sound like you're on an alpha brain. You sound like you're on a nootrope.
I am. It's probably that decaf coffee.
Yeah.
I was out in Grand Rapids this weekend.
Speaking of nootropes,
Oh,
Yeah, I was out in Grand Rapids. It was fun. The shows were awesome. Really good weekend.
yeah,
Looked
so
good.
the video looked incredible.
looked
What
awesome.
video?
Or whatever still frame that you posted on your Instagram.
You
It was
posted, you reposted to someone else's story,
Saying that they had the best night of their life.
and they said something like "my goat" or something like that,
They did. I believe those were the words they used.
and you used that to thank them, but you could have just taken the photo and written it over their caption. But you wanted everyone to see that that person thought you were the goat.
No, to be honest, I wanted to thank everyone for coming to the show, and only one person tagged me in a photo from the entire weekend, so I had no other options.
You can't tell. It makes it seem like you're like, oh, there's probably dozens of those.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know what happened. Like, I feel like when I first started doing stand-up, like every show I would do, I'd leave, and there'd be like, I'd have like 100 people tagging me in photos. Not now, it's like a full weekend. If I get one, I'm lucky.
Clubs might be getting much more vigilant about not letting people take photos and videos from
Yeah,
their phone.
I mean, I don't care as long as people are watching the show and paying attention. Having fun.
Would you prefer someone watch the show and pay attention, or get like 6 people tagging you so it looks like lots of people are at your shows taking video and stuff?
Definitely.
The latter.
No, definitely pay attention and watch the show.
I think you should be letting people know right now that it's okay to take pictures. Even people who are listening, like tag the fuck out of Sass.
No.
Why? It'll be good promo.
Because I'm not going to repost most of them.
Why?
Because I'm just not going to do that.
Because you're a humble guy.
I'm not that guy.
Yeah, you're humble as hell.
But it was great. I mean, like, I thought I was going to sell 0 tickets. I sold out like almost all of the shows except for Thursday.
Where is Grand Rapids? Upper Peninsula?
I don't know. I don't know anything about Grand Rapids. It was like 3 degrees there the entire time I was there, and I didn't have a rental car, and there's like no, like the closest like CVS was like 4 miles away. So I literally just stayed in the hotel and the club is literally directly across. Like, it's like a 100-foot walk from the hotel to the club. So I would just like walk around the hotel all day. And like,
I'm finding it right now. I'm geolocating Grand Rapids. It's right by Lansing. It's about 4 clicks west of Lansing.
Yeah.
Lansing.
shout out T Grizzly.
I was lancing some boils on my feet this weekend.
Yeah, you were. You were fucking boiled up feet.
I had ingrown toenails.
Can't believe we made it out of Lansing.
Did you fly right into Grand Rapids?
I did.
That's pretty sweet.
Let's talk ball really quick. Just want to talk ball really quick, if that's all right.
Did we win our thing?
Our 15 pick parlay. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You know, I was looking at it. We only
6,
lost
7, 8, 9. We went 9
And
for
6?
12. If
And might I add something on? I believe we only lost one bet where we predicted the outcome of the game. The other ones that we lost were all over-unders, I think.
We lost the over on the Commanders-Saints game. And if the Saints, which when they scored at the end of the game, had kicked a field goal, kicked the extra point and gone to overtime, and someone had scored a touchdown, over would have hit. The Dolphins did not come close to covering 2.5. So
that was our biggest loss.
That was annoying. The under-over on the Colts-Broncos pushed, so that wouldn't have hurt us.
The Eagles one was devastating for me because I had that in another parlay, and I texted Mook and I said I had a very large cash out option, and I said, should I cash this out? Started the fourth quarter, needed 10 more points, and he said I would let it ride. We're about to score anyway. Then you guys scored. All I needed was 3 more points. Somehow you guys were managed to run the clock down from 8 minutes to 0 minutes.
10 minutes to 0 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, that was maybe the worst 10 minutes of football dude, the whole time.
It was like a 22-play, 80-yard drive, which
Yeah.
mathematically is almost impossible because
Yes.
you have to get first downs.
Yes.
Guys, I think we're ignoring the point here, which is that we're getting
sharp.
closer.
We're sharp.
We're getting closer.
Well, we're running out of weeks. We have 3 more regular season weeks left.
You got to bet. You got to do it on your phone next week.
Okay.
You're going to need to deposit some funds.
No, I got funds.
It's $100 though.
I hit big yesterday.
Nice.
I had Bills money line and Shakir to score a touchdown.
That's nice.
I did pretty well yesterday. I had the Ravens covering, and then I did a 2-pick parlay of the Bengals and the Commanders to win both money lines, which was still minus 132. And I'll tell you what,
You sweated out.
I was sweating that fucking 2-point conversion at the end pretty heavy.
I think there's one thing that we definitely have to acknowledge. It's that you were wrong about the Giants being able to cover. You're like, fucking 17 points? How are they ever going to cover it? Like, nobody wins by 17 points.
Right.
Yeah, I was wrong about that.
You were dead
And
wrong.
they won by 21.
But we didn't take that.
We didn't, right? But you were just so adamant, and that's why we didn't take
you
it.
don't
I don't
like-
think I was very adamant. I think I was just like, I think I said it's 17 points. It's a lot of points.
You
You were
say that a
adamant.
lot. You said that about the Eagles.
And I
you
was
were right
right.
there, and then you were wrong about the Giants. So we're gonna call
But
it even.
but I didn't like my being wrong there. I was just giving what I thought, and I was wrong. But we didn't take it. You were adamant about the Eagles being able to cover 12, and then we had to take it, and then we lost.
Yeah, but
So my wrong didn't hurt the team at all. Your
but we
wrong
did rock
hurt
paper
the team.
scissors, and then at that point you can't ignore the result. Then
That's
God
cosmic.
is at play.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, that wasn't.
You wish to spit in the face of God.
No, I don't. I didn't. My being wrong didn't hurt the team at all.
Yes, well, just don't let it happen again. That's all
Okay.
I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. We also have a nice package from. Okay, so what we're
From
doing
some
is
of our friends over at Spotify.
weird. So unboxing live. Here, you want to open this?
This is fun.
Isn't this fun?
Cool packaging.
Describe what you're seeing. Into the mic. Into the mic. Cocaine.
It's covered in a wet snow.
How do they keep it wet?
I don't know, but it's the texture of it. I will say I'm not thrilled on.
We might have wanted to open this sooner.
We might have wanted to keep it refrigerated.
Well, what could it be? Wait, someone has a credit card?
Bruh,
Let's line that up, bro.
it's leaking everywhere.
Don't give that to me. Oh, you just got it all on the floor.
Well, it's all on my
What preservatives could be in that? Thank
Is
God
that-
they got this out
is that a
before
candle?
JFK Jr. took over.
If that's a candle, I want it.
This is a candle,
I want the candle.
which I will be taking.
I'm taking the candle.
No, I have to have this candle.
God damn it.
I took Afrin last night, so I'll be able to smell the insides of this candle. Pass it down, bro.
Smells
You think-
great.
Describe it.
Lavender. Just kidding. It's not lavender. And then we have a box here.
Like a pearly.
There's a
vanilla.
card on top.
Should we guess what's in the box?
What's in the box? What's in the box?
My hope is that it's tissues.
Happy holidays from Spotify's content partnership team.
Thanks for keeping our little company afloat. No problem, Spotify. Happy we could
To
help.
the members of the Plan Brie podcast.
No. Oh God.
That's all it said was thank you for being.
Yeah, no, there's like a fucking essay.
Can I see?
Yeah. I'm all about the gifts.
It's
bro.
not handwritten, bro.
It's no. I was looking for handwritten. Doesn't even say our name on it.
If that's a sweet, you have to. If it's a macaron, you have to pass them around. I've been into the Great British Bake Off.
This
the
is
Christmas edition.
They want us to upload clips to Spotify.
What are
Why
they?
is
That's their new
everything
thing.
wet?
What is it? Hold it up, bro. Say what's wet.
Like, feel these. Don't these feel like damp?
They are damp.
I'm excited about this.
It's like when you have fish and chips on a
Oh, I'm
broken
excited
paper
about
bag
these.
or ripped paper bag, and the fish and chips gets the bag a little bit.
This
a
is
little bit
good
wet.
treat.
Is that a blanket, bro? Tell me that's a fucking blanket.
I'm taking the Spotify blanket.
No, you cannot have the Spotify blanket. YouTube plaque and a Spotify blanket. What is that, bro?
It's
That
a
can't
s-
just be a blanket.
I think it is, right?
Oh, this is really good.
Oh man, this is amazing. Strawberry fish. Swedish fish is about to be out of business. Fish are American
what
now.
the shit is going on here?
What type of BDSM 50 Shades of Spotify are they hitting us with?
Little Spotify toiletry bag. A sleeping mask and a blanket.
Blanket or towel?
I'm not sure.
That looks so cozy.
A blanket for a very small individual.
That's obviously for me.
Yeah, this one was for you.
That's obviously for the babies.
Yeah.
This baby blanket. What else is in the pink box? Just these two
Yeah, that was it.
insanely good fish
Fish.
by Bon Bon.
Fish gummies.
Oh my god.
The sour elderflower ones are.
There's sour elderflower. Sass, you gotta talk while we chew these. Pontificate for a second, bro.
Shit off of me.
Bro, pontificate. This is bad radio.
Well,
You have
thank
to
you.
do a soliloquy, Sass.
Thank you, Spotify. I love Spotify. I really love it. Did you guys watch that miniseries that was made about Spotify? I think it was on Hulu or something. About how Spotify came to be.
I didn't hear the good word. I'm waiting to do my Spotify Wrapped. I might not even open it this year. I don't want to see what's inside. What's their story?
Well, what was interesting about Spotify was that like getting the coding and the engineering to the point where the second you clicked on the song, it started playing. They had to get it down the buffering speed because they got it to like 0.3 seconds or something. And the guy was like, that's not fast enough. Because you double click it and there'd be 0.3 seconds and then it would start. And there was some time interval where the human mind cannot differentiate between that amount of time and something being instantaneous. And that was what they had to get it to.
Damn.
And getting it there required building their own servers and like all this crazy stuff. And I just think that in an age when Apple and Google seem to have like completely monopolized tech and Facebook and stuff, for there have been in this upstart music streaming service, Spotify, that like overtook Apple Music and iTunes and Jay-Z's Tidal and all this stuff and emerged and remains the must-have music streaming service is a pretty incredible feat.
It is must have. It's
Yeah,
V1
you can't
by
live
far.
without Spotify. It's crazy.
No, it's definitely top dog.
I never even tried the other ones.
No.
No.
Except for to listen to Son of a Boy Dad podcast.
You can find our podcast anywhere.
But especially Spotify. And the other ones better take Spotify's lead and start sending us some goodies. Some nice gift baskets, or else we're going to be pissed. If we don't get the title Jay-Z, whatever, sexual assault starter kit, whatever he's sending out these days. Just kidding. I heard that was all fake. Did you guys hear that about Jay-Z?
You said that
was-
about P. Diddy, too.
I'm trying to defend my brothers.
About P. Diddy, you were like, I heard that was all fake.
Yeah.
And then, like, the next day, he was in prison.
It took some months. But the wool pulled over my eyes, too. I mean, I can only relay what I've heard.
The Drake stuff is definitely fake.
Yes.
We're Team Drake. I don't know if you know. Drake commented on Ron's Instagram.
What, recently?
Yes, last week.
Whoa.
Congratulated, just congratulations on the babies.
Get the fuck out of here.
I thought it was very nice of him, of my friend.
Wow, that is so cool.
Isn't that insane?
I mean, yeah. Was this on the with the Pat Bev announcement?
Yeah, I think so.
Gotcha.
Oh, really? It wasn't the personal one?
Or Son of a Boy Dad.
Well, no, it was my personal Twitter, but I posted a clip from Pat Bev.
Yo, he replied on Twitter?
Or whatever the fuck, Instagram.
I thought it was the one that you and your wife collabed on. I was going to say that would have been pretty funny. That must have been pretty crazy for your wife to get that notification. Yeah, Champagne Poppy has left a comment on your post.
What the fuck? I don't even... I'm like, what the fuck is this, babe? Why the fuck is Drake commenting on your shit? I blame her completely.
Shout out Drizzy, though.
I have been listening to...
666.
I have been listening to GNX as my workout track, just top to bottom, as that's it.
The album?
One album is my new workout.
So you're the guy that's listening.
You don't like it?
No, I'm liking it, but
I love it.
I don't think the numbers are that great.
Oh, they're not?
I don't think so.
GNX?
I mean, I think it's amazing. It's the best rap album I've heard
what
in
is it?
years. Kendrick's
Lamar's
new album.
Oh, I haven't listened to any of it.
It's good.
Mustard! Yeah.
You didn't listen to that?
No, I just heard it. I just keep hearing people saying the mustard thing. I just listened to Get Rich or Die Trying, or the 50 Cent album is on repeat. That's my go-to.
Whoever that rapper that was on Schultz's show.
Dude, 50 is the best. Doesn't get much better than 50.
I just know him as the guy from Andrew Schultz.
Nobody likes me, and that's okay, because I don't like y'all anyway. And I don't like y'all anyway. Fuck all y'all.
Eminem must
I
have
let my
wrote that
watch
for
talk
him.
for me, my whip talk for me, my gat talk for me. Kablow, what up, homie? You gotta love 50.
Hit that line again.
I think he says I let my watch talk for me, my whip talk for me, my gat talk for me. Kablow, what up, homie? These bitches want to know me. They don't know me. I came into rap humble. That's what it. Then it goes into the verse.
He's a legend
All right.
I'd love to get 50 on the pod.
and a great businessman. We got to get him on. This week we're recording our Christmas episode. Stay tuned for it because it's going to feature Dana beers and some beer towers filled with eggnog.
Yeah, so pretty much people don't like when we bank episodes. So this episode is not banked. This episode is coming out tomorrow. And then the Wednesday episode will come out on Thursday as usual. But then the coming weeks, obviously Christmas and New Year's, some of those will be banked, but we will still be putting out episodes. Unlike some people. So, you get what you get.
And also just take it out on them. If you notice anybody not doing as much as us, just make sure that you let everybody know.
Tag us,
CC Dave.
tag Dave.
CC Erica.
Mhm. Tag Dave for sure.
Erica
Tag Gaz.
she'd want to know. She'd want to know how her old buddies are doing.
All right.